So let's talk about One Piece chapter 23, which is part of episode 9 in the anime called The Dread Captain Usopp, which is about a young kid named Usopp who likes to yell, "The pirates are coming to his village." Kind of the kid who cried wolf. And interesting enough, in this chapter, the pirates are really coming. It's just not a big crew of usual pirates. He got lucky that the buggy pirates aren't the ones raiding the village. In this chapter, Luffy already wants to head to the Grand Line, but Nami lets him know that it's not a good idea. Luffy and Zoro think that it's not a good idea because Luffy thinks they don't have meat, they only have fruits, and Zoro says that they don't have any booze. But it's really because they are not prepared. Nami is the voice of reason here. They don't have an actual full crew or a ship that can sail the Grand Line. The Grand Line is the most dangerous sea in the world, and they need to be well prepared. So Usopp does this every morning so the villagers can wake up and chase him because he wants to bring up a little adventure in his very boring island. So he he pretty much pisses them all off on purpose, then runs away and hides. And this is exciting for him. As you can see, he gets a thrill out of doing this. I mean, if Pinocchio and the kid who cried wolf had a child, his name would be Usopp. And this is definitely Oda's inspiration for this character. And not only does he bring a nice dynamic to the Straw Hats, but his character as a whole is one of the most hilarious ones in One Piece. He's also the captain of a small crew with the village children. It's not a big crew, and they're not very tough, but he has 3 members, and he is the captain. I mean, you have to start somewhere, right? But see, in this day, one of his crewmates actually sees the pirates. This little kid actually saw Nami, Luffy, and Zoro, and he actually saw the buggy flag. And as we see, Usopp is making up an illness and trying to run away from conflict before he finds out that it's only 3 pirates, not a big pirate ship. And see, it's really interesting. Buggy is well known through the East Blue because this is a remote, peaceful island, yet they know about Buggy the Clown. So he's really been terrorizing the East Blue. This is really interesting. Zoro somehow has observation hockey. He can sense people. This is completely different in the anime. Usopp never attacked them in the manga at all. So this is new. In the manga, he simply introduced himself, and then Nami saw right through his lies, and that's it. He gave up. And his little crew ran away. He was there by himself. But in the anime, he's pretending to be this really brave warrior. I mean, it's a little different. It's kind of the same. He did say that he had 8 million followers, and this is when Nami saw right through it. See, here it is. I have 80 million subordinates. Okay, sorry. So 80 million. And he set this up. And Luffy believes him. But here we see Nami will still see through it. And then he gives up right away. And this is when they first meet each other. Another really interesting thing in the anime here that's different than in the manga. Luffy tells him, now that you draw your pistol, you put your life on the line. Which is pretty much what Shanks' crew told that one guy, the bandits, in the beginning. This is interesting. Since it's not like in the manga, I'm watching it with you guys. Let's see what happens. And I don't remember this at all, to be honest. Luffy and Usopp facing off. This is a foreshadow, by the way. Oh, Usopp doesn't fire. This is definitely filler. I mean, I don't know why they do this, but this is why people say that the pacing is terrible in One Piece. I like it. I thought it was interesting, but yeah. Here it is. Something completely different. Oh, look. Luffy tells him he stole those lines from a pirate. Shanks. There you go. And Usopp knows about the red hair pirates because, ladies and gentlemen, oh, look. There you go. This is something that they don't talk about in the manga at all. Luffy tells him that you're Usopp's son, which, again, is taking me by surprise because I don't remember this. But yeah, this is not in the manga. This is all anime-only content. In the manga, they just introduce themselves, and then they come straight to the restaurant, where they tell Usopp what their plan is. Usopp says that he can join the crew as a captain. They refuse. And then they tell him that they're looking for a ship and more crew members. And Usopp's like, oh, you won't find anything like that here. But if you have any luck, there might be someone that can help you. There's this one girl who inherited her parents' fortune, and she's the only one that lives in a big mansion that sticks out like a sore thumb. But in the anime, Luffy even goes into a flashback with Usopp, and I guess he's telling Usopp everything that he's been through. See? Here's young Luffy. And here's where Usopp says, I can even shoot an... Oh, here it is. When I did his character profile, that's exactly the line that I used. And it's really interesting. We don't know how Kaya obtained her wealth. I don't recall if they touched this upon the story, but could she have been an ex-Celestial Dragon like Doflamingo? Spoiler warning. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the chapter. If you enjoy my content, a like and a follow would be super appreciated. And like always, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.